Hi, entrepreneurs. How are you? You welcome once again to WIDB training, Women in Digital Business Training. This is a tailor-made program just for you as an entrepreneur to build your knowledge into becoming a transformational business when it comes to digital space. By including digital tools, the knowledge you have, innovation, and even working with other people who can help you integrate your business to become a powerful online brand in the 21st century. And we must agree that in the 21st century, the businesses are online, yeah, and we have to move with times. And I remember when Posta Kenya, yeah, the entry of mobile phones. I don't know whether you remember, especially in Kenya. Posta Kenya was a very vibrant company. And what Posta Kenya core business was, the problem they were solving, they were making sure we received our mails, because then we relied on the physical handwritten mails, yeah, a letter. For maybe school going admission, you relied on a postal address, and then you would make sure that your postal address is registered correctly so that you receive your mail. This is how we were called to campus. Millennials, I'm a millennial. This is how we were called to high school. Yeah. And I remember we relied on, before we had our own, my my parents' mail box, we relied on our school's neighboring school mails box. And remember when we transited to having phones, Posta Kenya, they soon realized that they are becoming obsolete. They were no longer providing a solution that we needed, because with WhatsApp, I send a mail, a PDF document, 100-page document can be sent via WhatsApp. And soon they realized that they were becoming obsolete. And this is the truth with any business. If you don't look for ways to innovate and move with the times, you'll soon be forgotten. And this is just to remind us as entrepreneurs, we are moving into a digital global village. And that's why we are even getting such programs. And if we can benefit from such programs, then we are not going to become obsolete. We are going to be here long and long and long, and we look for ways to innovate and keep our businesses growing. So my name is Wangoi Gitao, your lead trainer, and today we are at session 6. Yeah, we are almost at the tail end of our program, and today we tackle building an e-commerce business. And by now, I know you know what e-commerce store is. And last class, we looked at the two broad categories of e-commerce, and we spoke of marketplace e-commerce, and we also spoke we spoke about the website, the company website. And by now, you know, I love to insist that a website is a very powerful tool. And by now, you know, by the knowledge we are accumulating here, that having your own website is key to staying on top of the game and even on top of your competition, because this way you can personalize your brand, you can build an e-commerce store in your website, and you can use your website as your storefront and link all your socials to go and bring traffic into your website. Yes. And our website is yours. Yeah. Unlike Zuckerberg, who owns Insta or Facebook and all the platforms that they are owned by other people. A website, you own it. Yeah. And I'm really excited. We also looked at the sales funnel, the flow of customers, and we say the aim and the goal of any business is to sell. You open your shop to sell. Therefore, it is key that you understand the flow of customers, that it begins with an awareness. And we need to really work hard at branding our business so that we are visible on our websites or social platforms. And now I want to jump into building an e-commerce store. And I have a quick question. I want you to tell me, out of all that we have learned so far, I would want you to tell me which topic has really caused you to look at selling differently as an entrepreneur. What has caused you to wait a minute? I need to do this. Yeah. Please write, comment. It means a lot. It means that we're learning, and it means we want to expand our knowledge. Yeah. I enjoy the feedback. Personally, I really enjoy your feedback and the questions. Thank you so much. Keep them coming. And today we just dive into e-commerce business. And the question is it for you as a business? Is it for you? And you know the answer. The answer is yes. And I would want to just explain the journey of Amazon as the biggest, today it's the biggest e-commerce store in terms of revenue. Annually, they have a revenue of 158.8 billion US dollars. That's their revenue. That's how big Amazon is. But do you know Amazon did not begin as big as it is? It started as a very small shop run by Jeff Bezos. And trust you me, I found the name interesting. It wasn't Amazon in the beginning. It was Cadabra. Yeah? Adacadabra. There's something like that. It's a magical thing. That's what the name was. And the lawyer was like, sounds like magic. This is not a name we want to run with. And this goes to just emphasizing for us that we need to be very careful with the names. And I have emphasized that pick a name that is easy in the ear of the customer. I can remember it. I will not confuse it. And they had to change the name. And he looked for quite a number of names until he landed at Amazon. And when I was looking at Amazon, Amazon is it's the largest river. It is the largest river. And I think for me, it's symbolism, yeah? It's a river. Amazon is a river that has so many rivers flowing from it. And today, when we look at Amazon, Amazon is called everything store. From a small shop that was an online, it was an online bookstore. Jeff Bezos used to sell books, online books. And his vision, I love his vision. His vision was to build a technology company whose core business or real business was simplifying online transaction. And hasn't he achieved that? That today, from the comfort of your living room, you can purchase something on the biggest platform, global platform, Amazon. Yeah, I believe even in the naming, the power of a name, Amazon. Yeah, so that brings me to remember the name should be easy to be. Let the name reflect something, even your vision. Let the name relate to what you're doing, and you can see the power of vision. You should have a vision. This guy's vision was to simplify online transactions for their customers. So if you have a problem to solve, there are people who are willing to put money there. So Bezos is not big because he is big. No, he's a man who had a big vision, and he built it from down and up. Today, he sells everything. So it is not always that you will start big. No, honor the small beginnings. You can start as one thing, but as your vision begins to clarify and expand, you can become the biggest in your category, like Jeff Bezos. If you have time, please go and study the case of Amazon and just see that there is hope. There is hope for our small businesses that they can become big as long as we have a vision and we have a clear goal that we need to achieve. And his clear goal was simplifying online transactions. Yes, that people would order books from the comfort of their home and they will receive seamlessly. Yeah. So that is what I wanted us to understand, that having a powerful vision will even make your e-commerce store, be it on Jumia. If you pick Jumia as your platform, please make sure you do research. I think Jumia is the biggest right now in Kenya. You need to do research. You need to come up with your branding, your logo, the descriptions, the SEO descriptions we talked about, so that you have a chance standing out of the competition. And next, we look at e-commerce business models, targets, the different types of clients, and we begin with you can see it's business to commerce, business to business, direct to consumer, and customer to customer. Now let's delve deeper into those models. These are the models that any business, whether it's a physical brick and mortar store or an online, but now we are looking at the aspect of e-commerce stores. So a business to business model, this is basically it's a business that is dealing with other businesses as their clients. Yeah, businesses dealing with other businesses as client. Case in point, maybe Kenya Power and Lighting Company and Safaricom. I know they have business to business dealings, because probably Kenya Power would supply electricity to Safaricom as a business, and vice versa. Power Lighting Company, Kenya Power, KPLC, would maybe ask for internet service or mobile phone services. They are providers. So those are two businesses engaging in businesses, and they are just, you create, if you're a business to business type of model of business, then your e-commerce store should be geared towards that. And then the next is business to consumer. This is the most we are used to, especially if you're a consumer and probably you've not had a business. You just know that you get your things from a business store. And this is a case in point where I am working, I'm purchasing maybe home fiber from Safaricom. I'm a customer and they are a business. So they target, Safaricom in this case would target me as a client for the sale of their service of home fiber services. So that is business to consumer. The other example would be me walking into a clothing store for shopping. It's time to shop, yeah? So walking into that business and buying their products or services and walking out. So I am the customer and it's the business that is supplying me with the goods that I need. The next model is freelancer to business operators. Today, there are a lot of people who are freelancers. I would say I've been a freelancer. A freelancer is basically, I would say, a consultant, and you work with organizations. And I find myself, a business engages me, yeah, as a freelancer, either to solve their content on their website, either to solve to give them a digital marketing strategy, either to train their group, their team of people. So I'm engaged as a freelancer, an individual, but I am engaged by a business. So this is another model. So if I was to come up, I have a website. My website is www.mummyboots.org. And at Mummy Boots, what I sell my services as a digital marketing strategist. That's what I sell there. So if you come there as a business, you will land into my account and you will see what I'm selling. Not that I have a shop for anything, but if you need to contact me, there are details. So that's another model of freelancer to business. The next is consumer to consumer. I believe this one you're familiar with, consumer to consumer. And consumer to consumer is basically me as a consumer. I bought shoes. They're no longer fitting. And I go on Facebook or Instagram or on WhatsApp and I say shoes for sale, and I put the amount, maybe 2,000 shillings. So if you see my post on Facebook, you will reach out to me. how will you reach out to me? Because as a customer to a customer, there is no business when it comes to this model. It is basically two people transacting. And I hope you're understanding this, and it's making sense. And today, I think the bulk of this lesson will just to be understanding how to set up a marketplace on a marketplace platform, and also a website store. And it is very easy. It is very easy to set up. And case in point, I think I know of two platforms in Kenya. I know of Jumia as a popular one. I know of Kilimall. So you will list your two popular marketplace stores. In our case, you can even list Amazon. Maybe you want to target global audience. The next thing is you choose your name, the name of your shop. I'm sure by now, as an entrepreneur, you have a business name, and your business name should be accompanied by a logo. Logo should have make sense in terms of your name. Remember, name, a good name for your business. Let me tell you, a good name, just Safaricom, yeah, we just know it's Safaricom. I think it's because over time they build that, but you can build your name, whether it's, you will call your business Wangoi Store, yeah, stick to that. Name your shop, logo, and the values, everything. The next thing, you can customize your logo, have an about us page. This is where you sell your vision, your mission, and the core values. Make sure you do that. About us is very important because people want to understand, who are we dealing with? Don't just assume. Speak about probably your passion. Why are you doing? What problem are you solving? So about us is very powerful. It will indicate to the person who's connecting with your business. They can understand you. They can understand the brand better. Remember, the other thing is policies. Policies will protect you. They will also protect your consumer, your customer, your end customer. And policies around even the return policies, the payments, what percentage of payments, if you return a product, would I be deducted? If I can return products, then what would become of that? Clear policies. And why do you have clear policies? To avoid exploitation. Remember, if I have read your policies and I know goods once sold cannot be returned, or if we are to refund, we will deduct any expenditure that was incurred by the company, then I will not be very quick to return. But if there are no clear policies, return policies or payment policies, then anything goes, and you'll find that you'll have challenges. You will have challenges when it comes to handling your clients' issues. Then if you have a policy, it will protect you. At this point, this is when you engage a lawyer. Yes, lawyers are there to help you create policies, those fine prints at the bottom of that where you're signing. We see those fine prints, they are there to protect you. So enlist a good lawyer. It is not expensive. For a business that you have a vision of for a long time, it's not expensive. Just make sure you're safe than sorry. And in the social media streets, anything is possible. Make sure you safeguard your brand and your name. The next is you upload your photos. For instance, you're selling clothes. Take good photos. Invest in maybe a photographer. Make sure you invest in a good photographer. Take the best clothes you have, not one, not two. If you need to enlist a model, and today I see a trend where there are these models who dramatize wearing clothes. Yeah, it's comical, but they're selling. Yeah, you can't blame them. So do good photos. If it's video, and disclaimer, today videos are doing better than photos. So we always invest in what is appealing to the customer. Remember, the customer is our boss. So if it's videos, do good videos. If you're offering salon services, do good videos, good photos. Showcase what you can offer, because we said last time, if you don't take care of your customer, your competition will do it for yourself. So make sure when I come to your website, I want this one, I want that one, I want that one because it's appealing. Remember, we are visual beings. And what I see, actually, people are very impulse when it comes to online purchases, especially if you show them good things. So I'm not saying you want them to be impulse buyers, but if your website looks the part, you might cause those few impulse buyers to just go and buy, even without thinking through so much. Yeah, because your things are looking outstanding. The quality. Remember, I said, make sure what you're showing people is what you're selling. I know of people who have been selling substandard goods, yet whatever they were showing seemed good. Please don't be that. Don't be like that, because soon it catches up with you. The next thing is you set up payment. Even the policy on payment. Make sure you say that payment is done at this point. I've seen people who say they pay, they when you receive your goods, they receive the payment. There are people who say pay before delivery or pay on delivery. I've received an item where I paid when I received the item. This way, I was able to verify very quickly. And this is the payment this is a payment option that is best for your clients. But I know sometimes it's not that easy. Make sure you put a payment option that is good for you, so that you don't also fall prey to those scammers who order things and they are not willing to pay. I know when you ask for before, it's because you're trying to protect yourself. But make sure, as much as you're protecting yourself, you sell value. You give us that which you've said you're giving us. So there are other things, set up shipping. And you see, when you're setting up shipping, you can charge by the size of the box. Remember, there are things that are so big, but they weigh very little. And there are other things that are small and they weigh a lot. So set up shipping and let's know how we pay by size, how much we pay, and by weight, how much is charged. Yeah. So those are some of the dynamics that when you're setting up either on your marketplace, especially marketplace, these are the steps that you need to follow. Packaging is the other thing. Packaging, so you need also to define, how do you package your products? Do you have branded packaging? Do you have a thank you note? Do you have return shipping address? Things like those. So those are some of the things that they are very minute, but they count a lot. Because what if someone, you went and delivered something and the person who was supposed to receive, for example, was not there to receive? If there is a return mail or address, then that package can be sent somewhere else. So think about packaging, how you package. And you see, first impressions are lasting impressions. Make sure your customer can say, this was a very thoughtful marketplace store that I would, if you order with them, this is what happens. Yeah. So labeling of packaging, just also decide. I've seen people who are very creative. I've seen people who are very high-end in their packaging. Yeah, some people seem to have a lot of time, but make sure, all in all, that you're fulfilling your customers' order in a timely manner. Because as much as you can set up a very good e-commerce store, but if you're not able to release goods in good time, you're not able to communicate well with your customer, you're not able to keep the expectation. If I expected this, let it be so. It can all amount to ruining your own brand. So if you're out to put up an e-commerce store, you should know that social media and digital presence, online presence, is a double-edged sword. It can build you, it can bring you down. And some of these things, the small things, minute things, miscommunication, ignoring concerns, these are the things that the customers will come here and put them out online, and you'll not be able to remove yourself from such a mess. Yeah. So you want to fulfill this and satisfy your customer to the best of your ability. Don't bend backwards then to just please your customers. Make sure the policies are protecting you. And remember, today, if I do a bad review on your page, on your, let's say on your Facebook page, I'm the only person who's able to remove that review. If I say you are scammers, whatever, and I'm lying, God forbid, you remain scammers. People will see you as scammers. So make sure you also have guidelines that can help you protect yourself from even those people who also want to bring your business down. There are people who don't agree to competition, and if you're doing very well online, you will find that people are trying to undercut you. Case in point, this lady in his style, high style, yeah? High style. She's called Shiko. She's doing very well for herself. And I want you to go to her website. She has an e-commerce store. And maybe that can be also a case study. Go to his style. I will write on the website or WhatsApp page. Go to hisstyle.com. She has set up a store place, and I love it. A shop, an online shop. I have shopped there. I want you to go and see. And because she's selling everything, she's like Bezos. She's selling everything, and people are trying to undercut her. But let me tell you, you cannot fake good. You cannot fake good reviews online. And I've seen people trying to malign her, but I've seen people trying to defend her, because even when her products or what you have shipped is late, she is very clear. And the website has those policies. And please, can we go there and see it for ourselves? I would want. And also, when you want to set shop on your website, it's the same process. Setting up an e-commerce store. Now it's on your website. You own the website. You can enlist a web developer to help you set up the shop. Otherwise, you can add to your existing website plugins that will allow you to set up the shop by yourself, and you will still go through the same process, especially now uploading the photos, the product description, the policies, you have to lay them down, the payment, the setting up of shipping, the sizes, the weight, the packaging, all that will happen. But now it's happening on your website. Up to there. Are we good? Yeah? I hope you're good up to there. And when it comes to social media and selling on social media, I understand out of Africa, and especially the West, they're able to sell on Metashop, and they can integrate their payments on that, but we have not gotten there in Kenya. If I want to sell on Facebook, I can set up my shop there, but I will not be able to conduct an end-to-end sell on the platform. I'll have to go maybe outside, use my debit card, use my M-Pesa. And for Instagram, you are also able to set shop there, and you can link your e-commerce store to your Instagram page. That one happens. Shopify, you can set up your Shopify store there, and you can be able to sell. And if you have experience, we would want to hear from you. Yeah, and that is all we had for today. Yeah, it was a brief class. It was building an e-commerce store. And today you have homework. You need to go. If you don't have an e-commerce store, please set up one. The next task you're going to do, the next task is task 3. Remember, these tasks, if you don't do them, then you have not successfully done this training. You need to finish all your tasks, and I will okay that from my end. I'll be able to see when you do them. And task 3 calls upon you to create your e-commerce. It doesn't mean you will create and set up shop to immediately. I would want you to do a lot of research, and your research should begin with looking at other people who are doing what you're doing and they are doing it at that level you'd want to do, looking at what they're doing. What are they doing right? What can you copy? What can you take away from what they're doing? Do a lot of research. Before you set up your e-commerce store, do a lot of research. See what is being done out there before you do that. And then now after that, make sure you have your logos, you have your brand colors, you have your vision, mission, the values that guide the problem you're solving in place. Because a vision is what shows us that there is a place you're going. Without a vision, people perish. Yeah. So have a vision for your business. If you don't have a vision, pray that God gives you a vision for a business. And it is God who helps us to and helps us and teaches us to profit. I believe with God's help, you can be able to come up with a very good vision for your business as an entrepreneur, especially if you have not started this entrepreneur journey. I would want you to do it the right way. I would want you to start at the right place by putting down your vision, the problem you're solving, and just doing a lot of research. Because once you start, I don't want you to keep on rebranding. Remember, a brand, is the reputation that people think or perceive. It's the how I see you. That's your brand. So we want to build good brands. And let me tell you, strong brands are long-lasting brands. So I want you to desire to build a strong brand online. Yes? Remember, we are aiming at digital transformation. That is the goal. We want our businesses to be transformational in the way we do our business. And with that, we are at the tail end of the class. Yeah? And we meet on Saturday. The next class is on Saturday. Make sure you tackle your tasks. And God bless you and see you